6 most disturbing camping encounters caught on camera. The reason why I want to watch this video, ooh, 6 disturbing and like, when you say caught on camera, it implies that this is more real. Because, you hear these stories of people, like, Reddit stories, one, you're like, oh, whatever. But disturbing camping encounters caught on camera, bro? Okay, bro. It's real. I'm not saying that people's stories are fake, but stories are stories. You don't feel like they're real until you see proof. And if there's, encounters caught on camera, bro, I'm saying there's probably proof. Also, I should mention that, I actually think that camping is kind of scary because the idea of camping, just on a campground, by the way, not even in the woods alone, but just camping in general. You're camping with a bunch of people and hoping that people don't just go up to you and start, like, raiding you. Like, in the middle of the night, bro, all it takes is one rogue citizen to just go into your tent and start attacking you, or, I mean, for tenting, there's, like, literally no way to lock your tent. I mean, if you're in, like, an RV, you better hope you can lock your door, otherwise you're screwed. Like, the protection is very minimal. I don't actually have a big fear of getting, like, attacked while camping, but I do feel like, in the back of my mind, it's like, you never know. You never know.
Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil has been
There was a moment there where I really thought I was going to pass out.
Hey, what is this guy talking about?
Since 2017, a YouTuber named Phil has been uploading videos of his hiking trips to his channel Hike Slam, where he gives his viewers a glimpse into everything he does to prepare for a long hike, camp alone in the middle of the woods, choose the right hiking gear, and pretty much everything related to the outdoors. On the night before Thanksgiving 2021, Phil went on an overnight hike to camp on the Appalachian Trail near his house in Virginia.
Did you just call it the Appalachian? It's Appalachian, bro. Come on, you're weird. Okay, I'm sorry, I shouldn't judge a man.
For the first half hour of his hike, things kick off pretty normally, but after a while, he finds some odd-looking trash lying on the side of the trail.
That's literally not odd, bro. It's just drunks. Bro, come on.
Strangely, there appears to be some writing on some of the containers he finds, which appear to be song lyrics, though it's hard to imagine why anyone would go through the trouble of writing out entire songs or poems.
Oh, yeah, that's kind of weird, bro. I'm not, no, that's... I look at that and I go, ooh, that's creepy, bro. Because, yeah, why would you write song lyrics on trash? And then, also, stop littering.
On a plastic container, only to later throw it on the side of the trail. As he crosses the boundary into the wilderness, things continue to get stranger and stranger, and as he nears the campsite, Phil finds another series of disturbing notes.
The weird.
Ooh. I was a hiker that hiked alone, but I hiked too much, and now I'm a bedstone? What? Am I reading that right?
This continues.
I mean, oh.
What the?
Bed nuts, illusions, images, trash pickup courtesy of Richard, aka Wolfman. Okay, so we got a delusional guy. He's mentally ill. Wolfman, bro? You can't see. Okay, yeah, I mean, what in the world? I'm not reading all that.
And there's a dead duck here.
No! Okay, yeah. I'm sorry, but like, dude, if you should know, you should realize, like, you should leave. You should leave. Don't even stay.
Some of the notes appear to contain cryptic poems, others seem to talk about pretty in-depth conspiracy theories and undercover federal agents or something, and the rest appear to be biographical, with whoever wrote them telling parts of their story. It's tough to confirm if the person who wrote the notes was the same person who killed the duck, but honestly, it would be too much of a coincidence for the dead duck to be lying right there next to the series of creepy notes, which were obviously placed there recently considering they're in good condition and not wet. After taking in the eerie scene, Phil notices a tarp and a fire next to a campsite about 20 yards away from the notes and the dead duck.
Oh.
Staying as far away as possible from the campsite, he continues making his way up to a shelter. Although this next part wasn't caught on camera, Phil then reported that he saw two women coming down the trail with their dog, asking him if he had seen the guy who was leaving the creepy notes and dead animals on the side of the trail. When Phil mentioned he saw a campsite and a fire a few yards away from the notes, the woman got scared and asked him to walk back to their car with them. Thinking it was probably a good idea to move as far away as possible from the campsite anyway, Phil went back with them and then started hiking in the other direction to find a safer place to spend the night. Fortunately, the rest of his hike to the new shelter was a lot more uneventful for Phil, and once he got there, he was able to set up a camp for the night, light a fire, and enjoy his dinner miles away from the disturbing notes he found.
I'm sorry, I could never light a fire in the middle of the woods alone. Because you are literally just giving away all the lights. Because think about it, in the woods at night when there's no moon, you are literally in pitch blackness. You can't see nothing. And having a flashlight or even just having a fire is allowing for everyone to see where you are. But you can't see them. That's just no.
A few minutes later, once it got dark, Phil decided to go into the shelter and check out the camp log and see some of the notes and stories other hikers had left behind. And that's when things get extremely creepy again.
I'm gonna check out the shelter log here. I hang out by the fire. Almost every shelter on the Appalachian Trail has a shelter log.
That's cool.
Where people write in their trail names and what's going on.
I don't want to watch this anymore, bro.
So it's kind of cool tradition here. So let's see what this one says. Little engine, back section. Hiking again finally.
Bro was hiking
It's
for
nice
4
and
months.
Trail magic. Some comics and writing and stuff. Alright, let's see what's happened recently. Holy crap.
Oh,
Wait a
jeez.
second.
I see the word knife and I'm instantly like, yep, I'm gone. Die? Would nearly die? What in the world am I reading? I don't know what's on.
Hold on, I'm adjust the camera here. This writing looks almost exactly like the writing that was on that garbage a couple of miles from here.
Even though the shelter where Phil's currently staying at is more than 2 miles away and on the other side of the road from the previous one, the handwriting in the camp log is exactly the same as the handwriting that was on the notes and garbage on the other side of the road. This is pretty disturbing in itself, but it gets even more so when Phil starts to actually read some of the content in the logbook.
In 2018, while I was incarcerated at the Okaloosa County Jail. What the heck?
Bro is dealing with like...
I figured the following out. Refer to Isaiah 28:15 through 9. This is the same ramblings from the guy that was on the other side of the river. That's kind of scary. Kind of weird. Those women down there said they were going to call the police on the guy. Wow, this is weird. It's just like it goes in one direction, then immediately goes.
Why in my mind am I thinking, oh, there's gonna be a loud noise? Like I'm thinking in the back of my mind, I'm about to get jump scared. I know it's not gonna happen, but I'm thinking of it. It's like, bro, this story still goes. Okay, I don't like it when it's night. Like you're in the middle of the woods. I don't like it.
In a completely different direction. And there's just so much of it.
Like he's probably getting watched right now.
Think grave robbery in an attempt to obscure the reality of Little Mrs. Wolf.
Yeah, what is this guy doing?
Content. Come up with some more of those wicked schemes, JB and company, so I can show some more of your true character.
I'm regretting watching
The fact that there's a convicted felon walking around the woods leaving dark and weird notes all over the place is extremely concerning.
Yeah.
And based on the kinds of stuff the guy is writing, he's probably not in his right mind. This
100%.
could obviously be dangerous for Phil, especially since it's already pretty dark and he doesn't appear to have anything to defend himself with. As he gets ready to go to sleep in his tent, Phil walks back to the shelter once more, where he finds half a Gatorade bottle hanging from a string on the ceiling with a note in the same guy's handwriting that reads, "Watch out for Yeet Mouse. The dead do walk and talk."
Oh, no.
Understandably creeped out by yet another disturbing note, Phil tries to fall asleep in his tent, obviously a little on edge from everything that happened that day. The last thing you'd want to happen if you were in Phil's position would probably be to start hearing strange noises near the shelter in the middle of the
I
night.
hate watching this.
And that's exactly what happened.
Oh, nah.
While he was falling asleep, he heard something moving near the shelter, and as he poked his head out of the tent, he saw a single guy with a headlamp walking around the shelter. Not wanting to find out if it was the same guy who had been leaving notes, he quietly made his way back to the truck in the middle of the night, checking over his shoulder the entire way to make sure he wasn't being followed.
Yeah.
Luckily, he made it back home safely, and
Okay,
as of
thanks the Lord.
2024, he hasn't uploaded another video about the strange notes he found on the Appalachian Trail. It's pretty likely that dozens of other hikers after him came across the disturbing notes and the dead duck, but we'll probably never know who exactly the guy who wrote them was, or what he would have done if he ran into any unsuspecting campers.
I hate that story. That was horrible.
These car hacks are going to make your life way easier. If you
Yeah,
need
yeah,
to increase
yeah.
the range of your car's key fob, place it under your chin. This is because
Oh
your
my
skull
God.
acts as a conductor, extending the fob.
I'm sorry. I
signal
mean, I shouldn't be reacting to like stupid ads, but what is this ad for? Sell your car, Carvana.com. Like, bro, why are we talking about key fobs putting it under your
You
chin?
can clean your foggy headlights with regular toothpaste. Apply it
Alright,
to your
so yeah, I'm not dealing with this. That just sounds
Grizzly Gaz
stupid.
is a camping channel on YouTube consisting of dozens of videos featuring Gaz, the uploader, going on hiking and camping trips in the UK with his French bulldog named Fendi. In a lot of his videos, he goes camping in some pretty extreme conditions, and he often shows footage of his unexpected encounters with big animals in the middle of the woods.
Oh, dude, no.
In April 2023, Gaz uploaded a video of a camping trip he made somewhere in the woods in the UK. The first part of the camping trip goes pretty much according to plan, with the footage showing Gaz setting up his tent and chopping wood to make a fire while his dog Fendi keeps him company as the sun begins to set.
How could you
This
want
next part
to do
wasn't
this?
shown in the footage, but as Gaz started to prepare his steak dinner over the fire, a random man in jeans and a coat approached his campsite and asked him for a beer and some food.
Oh.
Right, we've got steaks on go now. Bit of ribeye. Pot boiling for some mash. And I've got a visitor.
That's chill.
Creeped up behind me asking me if I had a light. Me pants.
He seems
This is
friendly.
Martin anyway. I don't know him, but he's stopping for a steak, so...
Just some random crate wandering about.
You went round here in a poncho a couple of months ago.
You know, but the red flag is why does he have no gear on him? So he's just wandering the woods with no gear.
Oh, weird.
Don't think a lot. That could have been.
Although the encounter with the man itself was pretty tame, it's still pretty creepy to be camping in the woods in the middle of nowhere and suddenly be approached by a random guy asking for things. If you listen closely
Yeah.
to what he's saying, some of the guy's sentences are a little incoherent, and he appears to ramble a bit when he talks, almost
What?
like he's kind of out of it. Later in the footage, Gaz reveals that Martin was homeless, and that as they shared their dinner, he told Gaz his story about how he had ruined his life with drugs and how he had ended up walking alone in the woods that day. Disturbingly, Gaz also mentioned that while they were having dinner, he turned around for a few seconds to chop some more wood to keep the fire going, and when he turned back around, Martin had left the campsite unannounced without even thanking Gaz for the food.
Ooh.
After this strange encounter, the uploader decided to leave the campsite and head home out of fear that the man would possibly tell his friends about meeting some guy camping out in the middle of the woods with expensive filming equipment lying around and suggest robbing him or possibly worse. To see if Martin would come back in the middle of the night with possibly ill intentions, Gaz actually left a trail camera on the tree at the campsite to
Oh,
capture
wow.
everything that happened that night. Based on his behavior, it's pretty hard to gauge Martin's intentions and know whether he was just confused and possibly under the influence, or if he had something more sinister planned that evening. Either way, it's probably a
don't
good
know.
thing that Gaz left the campsite and didn't go back until the next morning, especially since when he did go back,
Oh,
his trail
no.
camera that he had left was completely gone.
Okay, yeah, so they wanted to rob
Creepy
him.
Outdoors is a channel where the uploader frequently shows footage of his nighttime visits to sketchy outdoor locations during all 4 seasons. In October 2022, Creepy
By the way, bro, I hate looking at this footage. Why, you might ask? Because, bro, this guy is using the highest beam power, flashlight I've ever seen in my life. Well, obviously, that's an exaggeration, but in the middle of the woods. And at night, you're an idiot.
locations during all 4 seasons.
Everything can see you.
In October 2022,
You're awaking all the
Creepy Outdoors
animals.
uploaded a video of a camping trip he took to an unnamed forest in the middle of nowhere, recording everything he saw as he explored some of the surrounding woods in the darkness. For the first few minutes, all you can hear is the
Nope,
guy's
nope,
breathing.
nope,
And
nope,
you
nope,
can't help
nope,
but be kind of amazed at how brave it is to visit a dark forest in the middle of nowhere all alone.
This is
Not
horrible.
knowing if you're going to run into potentially hostile animals or something else. As the video progresses, the uploader makes a few comments and observations on his surroundings, and throughout the footage there doesn't appear to be anyone else in the forest with him. Around 13 minutes in though, an extremely disturbing sound takes the footage in a pretty dark direction.
Oh, I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. I'm not ready for this. Oh no. What is it? What is it? What is it? Hey, hello? Just play the sound. Play the... Oh my god. Play the sound. Play the goddamn sound. Oh, okay, I've heard this one. Okay.
Oh, hi.
I was scared for a second. Okay, so people have said that this might be fake. I've seen it, so. If it is real, well, he's screwed.
I need to get out of here. Oh, boy.
Why would you turn back on your...
Ooh.
Okay, bro.
Okay. That was creepy. I need to
I
get
mean,
out
if
of
that is real, bro, you need to start
In
running.
the distance, probably a couple of 100 feet away from the uploader, a voice yells, "I see you."
Yeah, I heard
It's
that.
possible that the disturbing sound was made by a coyote or a fox, but because it sounded so much like "I see you," it could have also been another camper trying to mess with the uploader and scare him. Because the YouTuber had been talking and making noise almost the whole time, he might have inadvertently alerted someone else who may have wanted to play a prank on him just for the fun of it. Still,
Nah, but like, bro, let's be honest. If there's no, like, if this is a person, bro, they're weird because they don't have any light source in the night at all. And they see the person, like, bro, that's the type of people you want to avoid the most. The type of people who are in the woods at night alone, just wandering. Bro, there's people who do it. I guarantee it too. Just people who are just weird. Who go, oh, I'm gonna wander the woods. I'm gonna just take a nice adventure. Like, bro, those are the people you avoid. If they don't have a light, and it's night, and you see them, red flags.
it's hard to imagine why anyone else would be wandering in the same secluded part of the woods as the uploader. What's most disturbing is that the person or animal or whatever it was that made the noise appeared to yell out right after the guy turned off his lamp, almost as if they were waiting for that to happen to yell out something disturbing. Luckily, the uploader was able to make it back to his campsite safely and has continued uploading outdoor footage to this day.
How could a man... Oh my god. How could... stealth camping? I don't know if I want to watch that. Oh my god, look at all that night footage. Like, oh my god. I don't want to watch... Oh my god. I'm only like halfway through, bro. I hate this. I really hate this video. No, but... No, anyways, like I was saying, how could you go back to just camping in outdoors like that? It's after experiencing that. I don't know. It just seems strange.
Sam is a YouTuber from Cleveland, Ohio, who's been uploading videos of his stealth camping trips to his channel, The Northwest
so what
Wind,
is
since
stealth
2016.
Stealth camping at LeBron James' house. What? What is this? Okay, so I'm assuming it means like he's like camping on the property.
For those of you who don't know, stealth camping just means parking your camper van pretty much anywhere without paying for parking, and people do it anywhere from residential neighborhoods to the middle of nowhere. In January 2024...
So wait, so when you said LeBron's house, he literally just parked his thing at our LeBron's house, bro? That's not stealthy.
Sam uploaded footage of his stealth camping trip to the woods in Cleveland, leaving his camper van at a local dog park a few hundred yards away. On his way into the woods, he finds a camping tent that's been shredded to pieces, which is honestly a little creepy, but he keeps going anyway.
Yeah, I'm not...
After setting up his tent in the woods, he starts cooking dinner on a camping stove. As the sun starts to set, he sees a couple of people walking by the campsite, and this is when he mentions that he's getting a bad vibe and feels like he's possibly in danger from them. Most experienced campers would probably tell you that if your gut is telling you something's wrong, you should probably call it a day and leave, but Sam decided to stick it out for the night and kept on recording.
I don't want to watch this.
As soon as he settles down in his tent to get some sleep, things start to get very creepy.
There's somebody, hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not through the tent. I don't think so. But there's somebody. Hang on. I don't know if they can see it or not I'm leaning right up against the light, but somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
I hear it.
As the seconds pass by, the footsteps outside seem to get louder and louder. At one point, Sam calls out to whoever's out there, but at first he doesn't get a response. It's only after he calls out for about the 5th time that every camper's worst nightmare starts to become a reality for Sam.
They're walking around outside in circles.
Jeez. When I read the title, 6 Most Disturbing Camping Encounters in Con Camera, I didn't think I'd have to sit here and watch the raw footage, like almost the whole experience. I thought it'd be like, here's like a story and then here's some footage. I can't deal with this type of stuff. It's way too difficult. I mean, I know I'm gonna survive, but bro, like it's hard to watch.
Hello? Hello?
Oh nah.
Alright, I don't like this. Hello? Hello?
I mean, that's clearly either it's an animal, but it's very obviously not. Most certainly it's human. And humans that don't acknowledge you when you call hello in the middle of the dark, yep, they're worst thing that could happen.
They're touching my tent.
I mean, okay, by the way, the best thing you could do here is just act like you're a psycho. Be like, I have a gun, and then immediately start making a bunch of random noises. Like, you just need to, like, act like you're, like, basically rabies. You basically have to act like you're on rabies. Like, you need to act like you're a drug addict kind of situation. You need to put up an act. Because the only way to get these people away is if you look like you're a psycho. Because they are psychos. And psychos, I would imagine, are not always scared of psychos, but, you know, if someone looks more psychopathic than them, they're going to be like, oh, no.
Hello? Hello? Alright, I'm getting out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello?
Oh,
Okay, they're
jeez.
walking away now. What do you want? What do you want?
I mean, they could not speak English.
I have a knife.
No.
Where's my knife?
Oh, wait, this is like the stupidest thing ever. I have a knife! And then you say, where is it? Well, that's, you clearly don't have it. You don't... Oh my lord, this is stupid.
With me. With me here. Holy crap, get away! What do you want? Hello, I can't see you. Hello? Alright, I'm getting out of here. We're getting out of here.
One thing that a lot of people in the comments of Sam's video have pointed out is that if you're being stalked or attacked by a stranger in the middle of the woods, it's probably not a good idea to show weakness by saying things like, I can't see you, I'm spooked, and I don't like this.
Yeah.
After this, the attackers apparently leave the campsite, but as soon as he steps out of the tent, Sam sees them standing eerily in the woods just a few feet away from him.
They collapsed my tent on me. I don't know which way they went.
I'm not
They
ready to
went
see
way.
this.
I see you.
I
Get
don't see
away!
it. I mean, at this point, I hate saying it, but you're gonna have to be the man and rush in. I know I wouldn't be able to do it, but like if you have the ability to do it, like you think you can do it and have the balls, bro, do it. Just rush towards them. Because what's gonna happen is they're gonna be either be super scared or they're gonna attack you. If they attack you, you have a knife, so you're fine.
Alright, I'm spooked. I don't like this. Get my headlamp on and we're getting out of here.
Why would you?
They're just standing there. They're just
I don't
standing
see
there.
that.
What do you want? Leave me alone!
Completely freaking out after the disturbing encounter, he obviously decides to call it a night and head back to his van in the park, but things only continue to get worse for Sam.
How?
Alright, they're moving again. I don't know. I'm getting out of here. We're going. I'll come back for this some other time. Alright, get out of here. I'm leaving. Don't follow me.
Don't. God. Don't follow me. That's
I
like
don't
the
know where to go. I
dream
don't know
for a
which way to
person. Oh, dude, told
get out of
not
here.
what not to do. I'm gonna do it.
I smell your cigarette. I can hear you. I hear you.
As he's making his way back to the park, he looks back at the campsite and sees the attackers stealing his things, but he decides to leave his stuff behind, terrified for his life. As he's running through the woods now, he turns back and sees his attackers chasing him.
Gotta lead back to the main trail. I don't know where they are.
I mean, this...
It's all foggy up here. I got water in my headlamp. I don't know where to go. I don't see or hear anybody anymore.
I mean, yeah, if this happened to me, bro, I would honestly I'd probably die of a heart attack. I would. If I'm in, I mean, just being in the woods alone and it's dark, bro, nope. Nope. Couldn't do it. Even if I was on a trail, like, let's just say I was at a campground and I was hiking on a trail that was, like, a trail that goes back to the campground once you finish it, right? I would be so scared just to do that. Alone, or even with people. I couldn't do it.
I hear them coming. Can't see the shadow. Here's a path. Okay, get me there. I'm recording all of this.
I mean, what like...
I'm calling up police.
I mean, that's not gonna do anything.
All right, I'm back on the path. Back on the path. Okay. Okay. Get away from me!
Also, you know what happened? He said he's gonna come back for this during the day. His stuff that alerted him, like, hey, this guy now knows, hey, I'm gonna stay here and wait for this guy to come back so I can do something. Like, if he wants to, like, hurt him, I mean, that's the way.
After making it back to his van safely, he drove home and gave his viewers a recap of everything that happened. As you can imagine, a lot of people in the comments accused the uploader of staging the video, mentioning that nobody in their right mind would continue to record as they sprint through the woods in the dark. But his reaction seems pretty genuine to me. Different people act different ways in situations of stress. As for who the two guys who stalked and attacked him were and what they wanted, that's really anyone's guess.
Two guys?
If what they did to Sam was some kind of joke, that's a pretty messed up joke to play on someone. But because the uploader confirmed that they didn't end up stealing his stuff when he went back the following morning, it's also clear that looting the campsite wasn't really their main focus. We can't really know what they would have done to him if he hadn't run from the campsite, but at any rate, it's probably a good thing he did.
I'm sorry, I would never go back. These people have a common trend of having way too much, like, balls. Like, their balls are made of iron, steel, gold, everything. It's like, bro, how?
Let me show you how we do stuff around here.
Actually, my department uses Monday.com, so I'm good.
Work management.
Love Sundays is a camping channel on YouTube run by a guy named Sean, who uploads some pretty cool footage of his solo camping trips everywhere in the UK. In February 2024, he uploaded a video where he left his van on the side of the road next to the woods, and then went to do some exploring, jumping over a fence to walk through the woods. After that, Sean makes his way back to his van to make dinner, where he then heads out once again for an evening stroll through the woods. Upon his return to the van, he goes to bed at about 9 p.m., but at 3 in the morning, things start to get a little disturbing.
All being well, I'll see you in the morning. Good night.
A car's just pulled up, and it sounds like they're walking around the van.
Oh, nah.
As soon as Sean pulls back the curtains, the people who were walking around the van get back in their car. When he put his head out the window to see what was going on, the car drove away, leaving him alone for the rest of the night. It wasn't until the next morning that Sean realized what the visitors had done to his van.
What'd they do?
Right, well, I think we should at least go outside and see how miserable the weather is.
Okay, so I mean, the thing about this is with a van, it's like, it's a lot more secure. Oh, they locked him in? Why?
My door's stuck.
Oh, nah. That's horrible.
What the actual...
What did they do? Oh no.
See that?
Well, how did he get out? Wait, how did he get out?
So here's the...
Does he have scissors?
There's obviously just people wanting to look about and just...
Yeah, why would someone do this? What do you gain from this?
How dangerous is that? Locking someone in their van? Let me check the back door. Well, there's nothing on this one because they wouldn't have been able to tie it to anything, would they? There's no way they could have done that door anyway.
Why someone would want to lock a stranger in their van is anyone's guess, and the only reasonable explanation I can think of is that maybe they were trying to steal the diesel from the van and put the zip ties on the door in case Sean realized what was happening and attempted to get out to stop them. It could have also been a local who didn't want anyone parking their camping van in that area, but we'll likely never know.
Well, yeah, but what local
Luckily,
do
after
they?
he cut the zip ties off, he made it back home unharmed and has continued uploading videos of his camping adventures in the UK.
That's really weird.
TheFactsByHowToHunt.com is a channel dedicated to sharing knowledge about the outdoors and encouraging people to explore the wilderness. In January
Bro's getting
2022, a pretty terrifying video was uploaded to the channel in which a group of teenagers can be seen reacting to some strange sounds coming from somewhere in the woods.
Oh no.
You hear it? Get Trevor. Austin, get the light.
Okay, at least with their group of people, so it's like, it's actually a lot more manageable. Oh, nah.
Hey!
That was not an elk.
Duh. It sounds like a person, to be honest.
Get my keys.
Is it?
Get ready.
Here's the problem, bro. You literally, like, you're exposed. Like I said earlier, bro, when you have a light on your head and it's pitch black, whatever that is, human or whatever mysterious beast it is, it sees you. You're cooked. Yeah, that sounds like not like a human. It almost sounds.
Everybody, get in my truck.
When you're out in the woods in the middle of the night, it can be easy to mistake certain animal noises with human screams.
Yeah, but
Foxes,
that's
coyotes,
like
and
a
bobcats
combination
are
of
all
human
known to
and
make
not.
sounds that can sometimes be hard to tell apart from human yelling. But in this case, I don't know of any animal that can make that kind of noise, especially when you consider how loud the banging on the trees was.
Oh, it was banging on
Elk are
trees?
known to rub their antlers against trees, but it obviously doesn't sound that loud or menacing. A lot of people in the comments of the video have mentioned that the sounds aren't too different from human screams, and it could have just been a man screaming in the woods in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
Although that's also pretty messed up in itself.
100%.
Even though some viewers have claimed the video is staged, the uploader's reactions seem pretty genuine in this case.
100%.
And the only thing we can say for sure is that it's probably a good thing that the guys didn't run into whoever or whatever was making those noises.
What the hell is that? I'm not watching it. That's all I know. That's all I know, and that's all I will know.